So the Black Lives Matter organization is starting to crumble. I'm seeing evidence of this every day. More and more evidence emerges that it is not the group that it portrays itself to be. Over the weekend, grief-stricken mothers told the New York Post they believe Black Lives Matter exploited the deaths of their children for nothing more than money. And now, the founder of the Black Lives Matter in St. Paul, Minnesota, is blowing the whistle on the phony movement.
I was an insider in Black Lives Matter, and I learned the ugly truth.
Well, the ugly truth, as he calls it, is that Black Lives Matter organizers cared more about their own power, their money, and cozying up, of course, to teachers' unions for the political clout that came with that partnership.
After a year on the inside, I learned they had little concern for rebuilding black families, and they cared even less about improving the quality of education for students in Minneapolis.
Well, I have long warned that I believe the BLM movement is an absolute sham. It's based off a lie. The now debunked hands up, don't shoot fairy tale. Remember, Chaos creators tried to claim that Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, remember him? They tried to claim he had his hands up when in reality, he had his head down and he was charging the officer who shot and killed him. He was a man twice the officer's size. It was the first BLM lie. But the movement took off anyway. It may just be the single greatest marketing feat in American history. The organization that half the nation considers a domestic terror group now actually has its name plastered all over stadiums and arenas across the country. It is no wonder one of the national founders, Patrisse Cullors, managed to go on a $3.2 million real estate spending spree. Yet, on Thursday, following all the criticism of financial mismanagement, she announced she is stepping down from her post. But that didn't stop BLM from releasing a trailer for Cullors' new Black Lives Matter documentary, Imagining Abolition.
Abolition is about being radically loving and loving somebody enough to hold them accountable and look them in the eyes and be like, I know you can do better than this. The goal is to transform behavior rather than hurt or destroy the person.
Well, they sound so peaceful, right? They aren't. The true Black Lives Matter behavior spectrum is riots and destruction. The audacity to claim they want to transform behavior, as he says, rather than hurt or destroy the person, it's laughable. Is this them being, quote, radically loving?
George don't get it. Burn it down. George don't get it. Burn it down.
Radically loving right there. A real love fest, right? My Lord. The media ignores all that, which is why I tell you the public relations campaign for BLM is brilliant. Astonishingly, it continues to capture the hearts and minds of so many Americans and their Democrat-elected leaders, even when BLM continues to openly double down on what they really want: anarchy.
We believe in abolishing the police, jails, prisons. It absolutely means upending unjust systems.
Do you hear that? It's no longer defund the police, it's abolish them. Jails and prisons too? I do not want to live in that world. Take one guess who will control the streets when all of this happens. Not you and me, by the way, but the thugs and thieves, the gangbangers and the drug dealers. And in the end, these career criminals will report directly back to Black Lives Matter. BLM wants complete power over your city and over your politicians, and right now, they are well on their way to getting just that. But still, with each day, I'm seeing signs of cracking, and those signs are starting to show. Well, joining me now is the former regional director for the Department of Housing and Regional Development under the Trump administration. Lynn Patton is with us. Lynn, it is great to have you on the program.
Hey, Grant, great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for all you've done for this nation as well, serving this country. Lynn, let me ask you, as you watch everything unfold now in the last few weeks with Black Lives Matter, what is your take?
Well, Grant, as you just so perfectly stated, and as I just posted on Facebook myself, Black Lives Matter is finally being exposed for the race baiting, tragedy exploiting, money making machine that it is. The facade, as you said, is cracking. And look, I take no pleasure in that. There is not one person watching this show right now who does not believe in equality. But Patrice Cullors is not a civil rights activist. She actually exemplifies the very capitalist example that her Marxist beliefs purport to denounce. And her $3.2 million real estate portfolio confirms that. When was the last time you saw BLM deliver any tangible results to these marginalized communities? When was the last time you saw a BLM-sponsored vaccination center? When was the last time they built a playground in a Black community? When was the last time they hosted a job fair in a rural, low-income community? Yeah. I'm proud of the fact that, yes, I'm proud of the fact that the RNC actually recently announced a $5 million commitment to doing exactly that in these communities, brick and mortar community centers going up across the country.
Well, and you're not going to hear that from the mainstream media as well. There is a video of Patrice Cullors now starting to make the rounds, which proves your point. This is not just about inner city youth and protecting them, their safety and security. This is about a political movement. This is her from 2015 to shows you just the way that she thinks. Watch this.
Actions always. The other thing I'll say is Palestine is our generation South Africa. And if we don't step up boldly and courageously to end the imperialist project that's called Israel, we're doomed.
She wants to end Israel. This is why I say BLM is led. It's like a domestic terror group. She sides with Hamas and the people there.
It absolutely is. I've been dealing with a lot of my friends who have been victims of anti-Semitism, and it's a huge tragedy. What we've seen in recent weeks is just deplorable. Obviously under the leadership of Donald Trump, our relationship with the state of Israel was at its best. Donald Trump delivered on so many promises that he made to the Jewish community, and I could not be more proud of that. And what we've seen in less than 100 days under Joe Biden is the exact reversal of that. Missile attacks every 3 minutes, anti-Semitism growing across these liberal campuses. It's disgraceful, deplorable.
And yet they throw their support behind. Yeah.
It's bad when the family of the very victims that BLM purports to represent turn on you. The mothers of Tamir Rice, the mother of Breonna Taylor, the mother of Richard Rashir. They've all said that BLM never supported them, never had the authorization to speak on their behalf, raise money on behalf of their tragedies, never gave them one red cent. But where the money did go. We all know that the funds that are raised by BLM are largely funneled through a company called Act Blue, that's technically a software company posing as a nonprofit. Joe Biden got $35 million from them last year. Bernie Sanders got $10 million. John Ossoff for Senate got $6 million. Pete Buttigieg got over $3 million. All white males, by the way. Is that where this money is being advertised as going? I don't think so.
Our inner city youth appears to not have gotten any of it. So, Lynn Patton, thank you so much for so eloquently spelling all this out. I appreciate you. Can't wait to have you back on again soon.
Thanks, Grant.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.